Hi everyone! So today I wanted to do a video that I was asked to do by Alejandra Celia, I believe that's her YouTube name. And it was to do a typical grocery haul. So what I'm doing today is doing a little bit of a mini farmer's market grocery haul and then also the food that I already had. So that you can kind of see what I eat on a general basis. I would have bought actually a lot more at the farmer's market today if I didn't already have a lot of this food already. But I'm going to kind of quickly show you the huge amount of stuff. Sorry if it's a little bit bright. That's kind of hanging out over beside me. It's a lot of stuff. So let's get started. Now, there's a farmer's market that's pretty close to me that just started this year at the end of May, and I've been so excited about it, and I've been going pretty much every single week except last week because I was pet sitting for a doggy that kind of needed me to be there the entire time to be content. But so I'll start with the peaches. I got a bunch of peaches, and then I also got a tomato. I don't quite understand why I only got one tomato, but I got a tomato. I love tomatoes, but sometimes I don't always feel like eating tons of them. And I got some squash. Some people call these patty pans, but I believe those are technically the white ones, and then these are called sunburst. I love these. These are really good cooked, and I had to get them when I saw them. And then I also got some meat at the farmer's market. And that's one of the things that I actually do not really typically eat from a grocery store anymore is meat. And that's because my stomach, when the IBS was at its worst, conventional meats from the grocery store just made my stomach feel worse. And my mom and I were talking about, and we finally decided to try a farm that had meat that was local to us. And when I switched to that, then I was okay. I wasn't feeling so bad, like I wasn't feeling bad on it, which was really nice. And that's the same thing that I had to do with eggs. I can only eat either farm fresh eggs or certified organic eggs. I can't buy regular eggs at the grocery store. Otherwise, I have horrible issues with them. And that's kind of what I found that I have with meat too. So I typically get, like my parents and I typically get either meat from that farm, or I actually bought some meat today from another local farm at the farmer's market, and this was just a pound of ground beef and then six hot dogs. I haven't had them yet, so I'm excited to see how they taste. And then that's all I got at the farmer's market for myself. I did actually buy some food for my parents. My parents typically do buy the groceries for me, but at the farmer's market I end up sometimes buying the food. And then I buy food for my parents there as well. So this is about half of what I bought. And now for the stuff that I already had that I typically buy. And then some of it's going to be stuff that had I not had them, I would have bought them at the farmer's market. For example, zucchini. I love zucchini, but I already have tons of zucchini. Organic apples, they're really good for if you have IBS. You have to peel the skin off though, and then it becomes a seafood. I know, it's interesting dealing with IBS, but luckily so far it seems to have gotten a lot better recently, and I don't even have to eat like a safe food before other foods anymore. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm probably going to do a video about that later, but about what I did. And then I have some snap peas, which if I did not have them, I would have gotten them at the farmer's market. I also have blueberries, which we got from the library that's near us had a pre-order thing that you could buy the blueberries one time through them, and they would be brought from New Jersey on one day, and they taste so good, so awesome. And then some watermelon. We have lots of watermelon. Now watermelon we can't get at the farmer's market right now, but it's still yummy. And then I also, now this is something obviously I can't buy at a farmer's market, and that is organic bananas. And I do want to say a lot of the food that is at the farmer's market, at least the one near me, is certified organic. It's not just here's local produce, it's actually certified organic, so they are not using chemical pesticides. They might still be using pesticides, but they're more regulated than just conventionally grown food. But organic bananas, which I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not a minute ago, but they're another safe food too. If you have IBS, this is a good thing to eat first. And then one of the things that I get randomly if I am having either I don't have as much time to prepare food, or if I am having more issues with my IBS, is the Organic Bistro wild salmon, wild caught Alaskan salmon, and rosemary orange glaze with cranberry pilaf and broccoli. And this is really tasty. And I do want to stress that the nice thing about cutting out processed food and stuff is the fact that you decide where exactly, how far you want to go with cutting out processed food. It's not like Atkins or the South Beach diet or stuff like that, where it's kind of a little bit more, they say what you have to do and then you do it. This, you kind of choose, okay, how processed do I want to cut out? So I really do like that. And this is something that I think it would be considered processed, like more processed because it's packaged, obviously, and I didn't prepare it, but it's still a lot better than getting a lot of other products, a lot of other food-like substances in the market. And I do want to mention that I believe pretty much all of the ingredients, except the salmon, which again, fish can't be certified organic at this time. Yeah, the salmon, salt, which again can't be certified organic either, and a couple other, just 2 other minor ingredients are not certified organic, but everything else is certified organic, so that's really cool. And these do taste really good. And I also like the turkey one that they have, which I can't remember what it comes with at this point. I know there's carrots. I can't remember what else is the other vegetable. Oh well. But anyway, and then another thing that I really like to get, and this, I tried so many different brown rices when I first cut out processed food, trying to find one that I actually really liked the taste of, that also when it would start boiling didn't produce like a lot of almost dirt. Even if you kind of washed off the rice, there was still, I'm not really sure if it was dirt or not, but there was some sort of sediment, and it just kind of was weird, and it still didn't taste that much better anyway. But I tried Uncle Ben's, I tried some organic brands, and I just didn't like them. The one that I really like, ooh, dust, rice dust, is the Lundberg Eco Farmed long grain brown rice. Can you see it? And I really like this one, and one of the things, trying to look, I don't know, this is a different packaging. Oh, here it is. Okay. the non-GMO project verified stamp right there. And it just means that it's verified that they're not, like, their rice isn't GMO, which I really like that. If it's not going to be certified organic, I think that's a good thing to look for. And also it's grown in the US, which is always nice. And then I have to reach for stuff now. One of the more processed things that I've been getting recently is yogurt. And for a long time there, I was just getting the Stonyfield Oikos Greek yogurt plain and just adding in like my own peach and some honey, and that tasted really good. But recently I've been having difficulty keeping the peaches to eat with the yogurt. So I would end up eating like all of the peaches, all of the cherries when those were in season. I would eat all of it, and then I would be left with this plain Greek yogurt and no fruit to eat with it. And I don't like regular plain yogurt or the plain Greek yogurt by itself. So I started just getting some of the Stonyfield Oikos organic Greek yogurt in peach mango, which is really good, and then also the Stonyfield Yo Baby in peach yogurt. I do like some of the other flavors, but for some reason I've been really leaning towards these at this moment. What else do I have? I have organic oranges. I have organic Scottish oatmeal. It's a clean tin, by the way. And no, the tin did not come with the oatmeal. My sister and brother-in-law, for my birthdays / Christmases for the past, I think, like 2, because my birthday's in the middle of the year and Christmas obviously is at the end of the year. They've been getting me 25 pounds of organic Scottish oatmeal at a time. It's awesome. I love it. It tastes so good. I used to hate oatmeal, and when I cut out processed foods, I suddenly really liked it. I don't know why. I typically either have it just plain with a little bit of salt, or I'll add a little bit of honey. If I'm adding in my acai fiber, the organic acai fiber, sorry, bumped. But this is something that I just wanted to mention briefly because this is what I am using as the fiber to help, not really curb, help minimize the IBS that I have. And this is through Heather's Tummy Fibers, sorry. But it's really nice. It's USDA certified organic. And so yeah, I do have to mix it into stuff. If I try to just have it in water, I can taste it, and I don't like tasting it. And then the other thing that I was going to talk about real quick are the 2 vitamins that I take on a day-to-day basis. And the 2 that I take are Smarty Pants gummy vitamins for grown-ups. They also have gummy vitamins for children as well. And it's just an all-in-one multivitamin supplement with omega-3 and vitamin D. And they actually are really good about their sourcing, the sources of their ingredients. And just to show you quick what the gummy vitamins kind of look like. So yeah, and these are really, really soft gummies. They're not hard and they're not sticky. These are actually really quite nice and they taste really good. But they have organic cane sugar, let's see, and just a bunch of other things. One of the things that I like is that they don't have artificial coloring or flavoring in here. And they also, if you have any type of allergies, this is what they're free of. Free of yeast, wheat, milk, eggs, gluten, peanuts, shellfish, artificial colors, artificial flavors, and salicylates. Haven't heard of that one. But it has all really nice stuff. It's derived, the omega-3 oils are derived from anchovy and sardines, so they're meant to be less likely to have high amounts of mercury in them. And what else? Their vitamin D is better quality too, but I can't quite remember why. I have wanted to do a video just specifically on this, but they're really good. I really like them. You're supposed to take 6 gummies a day. I typically take more 4 unless I'm feeling like I need the extra boost. And then the other thing that I take daily, but I'm not as thrilled with the ingredients, is the VitaFusion Power C Immune Support Gummy Vitamins for Adults in the absolutely orange. And it's just vitamin C's, and these are tougher gummies, and they're also, well, they're not sticky, but they're just tougher gummies to chew, but they look like slices of orange. And I take, I don't know, 2 to 4 of those a day. So, yeah. Now this one does have, what does it have? It does have, yeah, it does have a couple ingredients that I'm not as thrilled about, but it is free of wheat, milk, eggs, peanuts, and soy. So that's always nice. And the coloring is natural. These are pretty good too. They are natural color and natural flavoring. And then I'll just throw this in here. But tea. I drink lots and lots of tea throughout the day. I love tea. I don't know, some of the ones that I've been drinking recently are pink lemonade. Oh, this is not how it's actually typically packaged, but I got a big thing. Apple pie tea, and these are all Compass teas. Blueberry mojito, green oolong, and one of my favorites, vanilla cinnamon bun. I love them all. The pink lemonade is what I've been going for a lot, along with the apple pie. Oh my god, yay. Apple pie tea. I don't even typically like apple pie, but I love the apple pie tea. Don't ask me why. One of the things that I always typically try to do on a day-to-day basis is I always try to have at least 5 fruits and vegetables a day. So that could be 3 fruits, 2 vegetables, or 3 veggies and 2 fruits. But that's the minimum. I actually try to strive for actually more like 9 fruits and vegetables a day. So that's just a really good amount. That's going to make sure you're getting all of the good vitamins and minerals. And the other thing I was going to mention too is that local produce, even just if you're buying conventional grown produce in the grocery store and then switch to organic in the grocery store, if you are cutting out processed food, at least this is what I noticed. I'm not sure if everybody will notice this or not, but when I switched to starting to eat a lot more organic foods, I noticed that there was a huge, depending on the product, or depending on the produce, some were huge and then others were a little bit more subtle, but there was definitely a difference in the quality of the taste of the produce. I think it goes from, so it goes like conventional to organic, and that's both if you're buying them in store. But if you then go to buying locally grown organic produce or locally grown sustainable, certified sustainable grown produce, that tastes even more amazing. And there's actually been studies done that the organic produce and even like the locally grown produce, organically grown produce has higher amounts of the nutrients, the good things in them, than compared to conventional produce. And one of the things that various people and studies have been saying is that within the past 50 years, our average apple, probably not organic, but just our average apple has significantly less nutrients in it than its counterpart in the 1950s and the 1960s. And that's sad. That's really sad. So even if you're like, yay, I'm eating an apple, it could still be less nutrients than it was 50, 60 years ago, which is frustrating in the least. But anyway, back to the taste. I've noticed that conventionally grown tastes so much blander and almost tastes like it's going bad, and that's the taste that it's supposed to have. Like, it's not that it's actually bad or that it's rotting or anything, but that's how it tastes. It just does not taste good. And that's true. That's a difference between conventional and then organic in the store. And then even the organic in store compared to the organically locally grown produce, there's a difference even in that quality too. And I think the locally organic produce tastes far superior even than the organically grown produce that's in stores. So I think that's, if you can, I really believe that you should try to buy from farmers markets or local farmers around you, because it helps your local economy, but then it also helps you because it's going to give you better nutrients. And I think that's one of the most important things, that what you're eating does as much as it possibly can for you. It's actually something that I talked with my sister about, which was the fact that mass-produced food just doesn't have the love in it. It just doesn't have it. And that's the whole thing that makes food taste so much better. If somebody is really passionate about the foods that they're growing, then you're going to taste it in the food themselves, food itself. And mass-produced food that you can buy at Walmart, that you can buy in regular grocery stores, it's just not going to be there. Even the locally produced produce at grocery stores, I just don't feel like it really tastes as good as like at the farmers markets and stuff. So even there, it makes me wonder if it's a little bit more mass-produced than they want to necessarily advertise it as being. But you want your peaches to have love. You want your zucchinis to have love, you know? I mean, you can really just taste the difference, you know? So, and it's kind of true also with, even if you're growing your own vegetables and doing maybe a couple fruit trees or something, you can taste the difference there too. So I hope this was an enjoyable informative video for you guys to be watching. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll see you later. Bye!